him, but he do such a thing in like here. I think that's like pretty sad story.
The investigation began earlier this year when German authorities alerted the LAPD to a possible suspect involved in similar crimes. Working with the FBI and German federal police, detectives say they were able to obtain search warrants to Wang's LA residence, where they found evidence tying him to the alleged assaults. How Wang fell onto the radar of German police, the LAPD would not specify.
It's a immoral use of their power, and obviously we don't want to see our school affiliated with these kinds of people.
Wang is now facing 8 felony counts, including forcible rape, sodomy by controlled substance or anesthesia, and sexual penetration by controlled substance. He pleaded not guilty at his September 2nd arraignment and is being held without bail. If convicted, prosecutors say Wang could face 25 years to life, plus 56 additional years in state prison, and would be required to register as a lifetime sex offender.
I could say that our detectives and our investigation has led us to believe that over the course and span of this individual's activities, there are going to be more victims that are going to be located here in the Los Angeles region.
That was Alina Abovian reporting. The Wilmington community is banding together to help a beloved employee who they say was detained by immigration agents while working at a local cafe. Video shows 52-year-old Eli Marin taking out trash Tuesday morning at Oha's Tea House when he runs into federal agents who are waiting for him in a black SUV. Employees pleaded for his release, but he was taken into custody and driven away from the scene. His daughter says her father has no criminal record and moved here from Mexico more than 30 years ago. She says he spent his life working, sometimes multiple jobs, to support his family.
Super heartbreaking to see those videos, you know? I could just see like the defeat in his face. Like he also feared this day, you know? Like every night we watch the news and just more people being taken, and he just prayed to God. He's like, that it's not me.
Marin's daughter would not comment on his legal status. This comes as federal agents step up immigration enforcement in the area, targeting coffee shops, car washes, Home Depots, grocery stores, and other businesses.
All right, it is never too late to make sure you are prepared for the big one. The Great California Shakeout Tour made a stop at Cal State Fullerton today and included this earthquake simulator. The event is sponsored by the California Office of Emergency Services in order to bolster the public's knowledge of earthquakes. Some people who tried the simulator say they were surprised at just how powerful it all felt.
This type of shaking back and forth is pretty new to me. I didn't know it was going to be like that forceful.
I think it made it more realistic and made me realize that I actually do need to prepare a bit more. It feels like it won't happen in our lifetime, especially because they always say the big one's coming, but it's a good reminder that it's very realistic.
We know one's coming sometime. All right, the seismic ride is making its way across the state this week with stops in San Diego, Los Angeles, and Sacramento.
Drop, cover, hold. That's the whole lesson. In Orange County, frustrated people spent the day cleaning up a muddy mess left behind after a drain got clogged with debris during yesterday's powerful storm. People say debris from a nearby homeless encampment clogged a large drain pipe.
And several backyards were damaged by the mud and debris flow. KTLA's Orange County Bureau Chief Chip Yost spoke with residents about what they call an ongoing problem.
Hello there. Yeah, residents here on Wilshire Avenue have quite the mess to clean up, and they think the messes in their backyards were completely avoidable had the railroad or the city or someone taken action before yesterday's storm. This is what it looked like in April Contreras' La Habra backyard during Tuesday's rainstorm. This is what it looks like now.
There was just massive water flowing through the entire fence on this portion. If it wasn't for that right there, the whole thing would have absolutely came down.
Her next door neighbor, Margaret Garcia, had similar problems.
My pool was beautiful, clear, blue, and now it's muddy and black, and it's probably got pounds and pounds of mud.
And for Margaret, that wasn't the first time. This is video from a 2023 storm. At the time, she and her neighbors traced part of the problem to this broken drainage wall by the railroad tracks behind their homes. This picture of it was taken back then, But more than 2 years later, this picture following yesterday's storm shows the wall is still broken. Another big problem, residents say, is all the debris from homeless encampments in the area that clog up the drainage system.
It gets clogged up with mattresses, with furniture, with items, with clothing items, grocery baskets, you name it, it's back there.
So who should fix the problems? Margaret said when she filed claims with the city and Union Pacific Railroad after the 2023 storm, both denied responsibility.
And I just want somebody to fix it so we don't have this problem again. I can't be repairing my pool every time it rains.
Union Pacific gave us this statement, which said in part, homelessness is a challenging issue and a growing social problem that state and local governments are struggling to get their arms around. Union Pacific crews last cleaned up the area in late August. Despite our efforts to keep the property clear, unlawful encampments often return. We urge everyone to stay off railroad property. It is illegal, unsafe, and creates a hazard for the public as well as Union Pacific employees. We also reached out to the city of La Habra for comment, but so far have not heard back. In La Habra, I'm Chip Yost, KTLA 5 News.
All right, let's check in with Kai Goldberg, where, hey, it was a beautiful fall day.
It certainly was. Yeah, Sam, John, good afternoon, everybody. And we still have a little bit of remnant cloud cover this afternoon in throughout many of the foothill communities out into Riverside, San Bernardino. And here, as we take a look down to the foothills of San Gabriel, the San Gabriel Valley in general, and boy, we got a good, healthy amount of rain yesterday. 24-hour rain totals up on the screen for you. Woodland Hills just over 3.5 inches. Burbank just over 2.5 inches. Silverado Canyon 2 13/100ths of an inch, and the Riverside Airport just over 1/2 inch at 55/100. So great news to get that water to make its way to the ground here yesterday. Today, of course, dry, and once again, you can see that cloud cover on your 5 Live Max Doppler. It is a fall-like afternoon. Upper 60s through the San Fernando Valley, lower 60s up in the Antelope Valley, but a beautiful day in the high deserts. 46 and a little bit cooler, and some clouds lingering up in Big Bear there. 69 in Fullerton. We've got the Long Beach Airport right now at about 67 degrees. A little bit warmer over the next couple of days as we head into the weekend forecast. I'll have it for you in a couple of minutes. Back to you.
All right, Kai, thank you. And coming up on the news at 4, what the White House calls Operation Summer Heat.
While touting a nationwide crackdown on crime, President Trump and FBI Director Kash Patel announced the next major city to be targeted by federal law enforcement.
New way to get your 10,000 in each day. How one expert says moving backward